Welcome to Orange Coast Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Jolynn Ibanez, and I am your worship associate today. I'm joined by Reverend Sian Wiltshire, our minister with the banjo, the fabulous Jacob Swetland, our director of music ministries. Now, Karen Magoon-Pearson, our director of religious education for children and youth, is not with us this morning, but that's okay because we want to keep our kiddos in here with us so they can see the blessing of the animals too. We welcome you this morning. We also would like to recognize the many volunteers that have helped put this service together today. Yeah, it takes a village for sure. We respectfully recognize that our church property rests on Ahachiman and Tongva land. As Unitarian Universalists, we have many different beliefs, but we are one loving community. We are bound together not by a common set of rules or beliefs, but rather a covenant. A covenant is a promise that whatever our beliefs, that we accept one another and we encourage each other in our spiritual growth. We affirm that all life has inherent value, and that all existence is interconnected. We strive for justice and compassion in our deeds and relationships, and we are committed to creating a welcoming community without regard to the traits that sometimes divide people. To our roomers, we invite you to silence your cell phones. And to our Zoomers, we hope that you say hello in the chat. Yeah. I want to extend a special welcome to visitors. If you're seeking a spiritual home, we hope that you will find it here. We don't bring our pets every day. Usually. Later in the service, we will have an opportunity for you to introduce yourself if you would like to do so. Now, we begin our worship with the lighting of our chalice. And this morning, I'd like to invite Mary Smithberger, who is a dear love of my heart. She's been with this congregation pretty much exactly the same amount of time as I have, about 7 years. And she's been in California for 48 years. And there's a little announcement about her coming up during Joys and Sorrows. And you take that one and light that there. And we all say together, just like with the doggies, let our worship begin with the lighting of our chalice. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth in love, and to help one another. This we affirm together. Oh, and you got the brand new candles, so that was good. She did it right. Thank you, Mary. All right, Mary.
Let us rise in body and spirit and sing our opening song.
Some just clap their hands
Come hoof and trunk and tail and horn and paw and wing and claw. Come bird and reptile mammal born, all full of nature's law. Bring bark and crow and ribbit too, and silent stare and hiss. Bring purr and trill and warble too, and voice no ear can miss. We gather here each life and all to celebrate and sing, to honor creatures large and small. 'Tis holiness they bring.
A singing dog and everything. It's wonderful. Welcome to the chaos that is our pet blessing. It's a wonderful time, and I love the sounds of it all. So this morning I've got a story for you about another type of animal called a bunny. I know, right? We love bunnies. Once upon a time, there was a family of rabbits who lived in a hole in the ground near the edge of Farmer Hernandez's chili pepper field. One day, one of the young bunnies stuck his nose out of the hole for the first time, and a gust of wind blew right by his face, and he sneezed. Choo! Right? His parents were eating clover nearby. And what do you think that they said? What do you say when someone sneezes? Bless you. Bless you. They might have said salud because they were bilingual bunnies, just so you know. Now, the bunny asked his parents what bless you meant, and they said, it means we love you and we wish you always to be safe. The young bunnies liked this so much that whenever they sneezed, right? Maybe a bee was chasing them, or they got sad, or they got mad. They would just all say, bless you, bless you, bless you. They thought this was a great game, and they made them feel loved. Well, one day, Farmer Hernandez was out on his tractor plowing. And as he got closer and closer to where the young bunnies were hunkered down in their hole, and they were kind of starting to get scared, right? The ground was starting to shake, and suddenly it seemed so close, like it was going to be right on top of them. So the bunnies darted out of their hole, as you know bunnies will do, and zigzagging all over the place, freaking out everywhere. But one bunny, he sort of stopped, and he looked at Farmer Hernandez, who had a very sad look on his face. The kind of look you have when you've been hurt, or maybe you've been crying. And without thinking, the bunny said, bless you. Now, I don't know if the farmer actually heard the little bunny. I mean, how could he overhear the sound of the tractor engine? But a really good bless you can carry a long way. So Farmer Hernandez, he got this sort of puzzled look on his face, as if he'd heard the bunny. He stopped the tractor, He looked down the field and he caught sight of the bunnies around there. And he went over to one of them, who was very still and very quiet. You don't see me, don't see me, bless you, bless you. You don't see me. But he put his hat over the bunny, scooped it up in his hat, and he held her close to his heart. And he leaned his face against the soft little bunny fur, and the farmer began to cry. And he said in this gruff, sad voice that the last time I touched a creature was when my wife was alive. I've barely spoken to anyone. No one comes to see me. So don't be afraid, little bunny. I thought I heard you say bless you, and I wanted to know that what a blessing you are. Knowing, of course, that where there's one bunny, there are many, the farmer walked around the field until he had a hatful of baby bunnies. He found the rabbit hole, and he put the baby bunnies back in it, and he waited there, standing guard over the baby bunnies until the parents came back. And while he sat next to the bunnies, watching their soft ears flop and their little nose twitching, right? And they kept saying, bless you, bless you, bless you. He began to feel a little less sad and maybe even a little happy. And after he saw the parent rabbits approaching, Farmer Hernandez got up to leave, and he looked down at all the bunnies that were left there, and he said, thank you for blessing my life. And as he walked away, the bunny family said to him, bless you. And he heard them. And that day, and for all the rest of the days of his life, he always felt loved. That's our lovely little story to them, is because all of us belong. All of us deserve to be loved and to know that we are safe. Let us sing. So I got another little story for you. This is a true story that I read out on Reddit. Well, supposedly it's true. You never know about Reddit, whether or not what's out there is actually true. But it was posted a little over a year ago, and it was a very sweet story. It's a letter from one neighbor to another. This one neighbor was taking care of his neighbor's dogs while they went on vacation. And the letter reads like this. It starts out, good afternoon. This letter is regarding your vacation 2 weeks ago and how you let me babysit Smokey, Oreo, and Jennifer. I'd just like to give you a letter of thanks. As you know, I'm kind of an old man. You don't see me outside often anymore, as these joints aren't as lively as they used to be. To add to that, 2 years ago in the midst of the pandemic, my dad got diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And after his death, I was left alone in my house. I don't have a wife or kids. I could go to sleep one day and never wake up again. Every day is spent sitting around and wondering what I have done for this world. Until I met Smokey, Oreo, and Jennifer. Your pets are the cutest, funniest, and most troublesome, in a good way, individuals. They gave me the motivation to restart my life again. I started waking up early in the mornings. I began to take walks outside with your pets for the first time in years. Every 10 minutes, whenever I felt sad for a second, they would bark or rub against my leg and make me laugh. The highlight of their stay was when I took them to the park. It was the longest time I spent outside in a while. It didn't just bring back pet interaction. I also met other people, started talking, and made friends with a handful of fellow human beings. I was so happy to finally be able to talk with friends again, interact with others, and feel like I'm part of the human race. I realize I sound very existential right now, but I'm telling the truth. It's nice knowing that I'm doing something for someone, even if it's my neighbor. So I adopted 2 pet dogs. You may have been hearing noise from my home, pardon them. I now take regular walks in the park with them and talk with friends I made there. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much. You brought back meaning to my life, and that's all that matters. Sincerely, Robert. P.S. I think it's time for you to mow the lawn, haha. I personally love this story. I've been waiting to tell this story to you all because I just think it's wonderful and the different ways that we can make a difference in people's lives and the difference that pets can make in our lives. We think about animals much beyond their companionship, right? But I always wonder, when we think about these stories, are we blessing animals or are they blessing us? Right? As Unitarian Universalists, we can acknowledge that the animals have a place in our interdependent web of existence, right? That's our seventh principle for those of you who don't know, and one of our values, that is interdependence. They support us in a myriad of ways, and even ways that you might not even think that much about, like the clothes that you're wearing, right? I mean, I don't know that many of us are wearing leather, per se. That's what we think of most, but cotton is even influenced by animals, right? From the birds that spread the seeds to worms that aerate the ground. Bees even increase the crop yield of cotton. Silk certainly comes from animals. Really, if you think about it, do you really want to wear silk? I mean, think where it comes out of. I'm just saying, okay? And of course, wool. Not many of us are wearing wool today, but that's sheep or alpaca. We wear animals all the time, or we're here, this interdependence that we have with animals. And of course, sometimes we forget that we are animals, right? We tend to think of animals as something that's other than us, but we're animals as well. We're part of that interdependent web, and what we do influences just about every life form on this planet, for better or for worse, right? I tell you. There's an amen if ever I heard one. Right on. Like most animals, we have our uniqueness. We're smarter than most. Maybe not wiser than most, but we're smarter than most. But really what sets us apart is that we are meaning makers. We don't know of any other animals that actually can do this, can actually make meaning out of things. But I sometimes wonder if maybe this meaning-making part is what ties us together in part with animals. That is, animals and the human animal. They provide us with meaning. They remind us of our blessings. They remind us of aspects even of ourselves. I remember the moment I realized that what dog spelled backwards was. Right? If you don't want to know the unconditional love of a being that cares not if you're a sinner or a saint, get a dog. They will love you. That's all they want to do. You are their world. So, just saying, maybe. So I grew up with cats and dogs, birds, fish, gerbils. That was, my brother always had a gerbil. I've learned to ride horses before I could learn actually how to drive a car. And it seems to me each of them have taught me along the way. Dogs are here to remind us how to love unconditionally. That's the meaning that I often give them. Cats are around, right, to not take ourselves too seriously, right? Like climbing up my favorite dress in the closet, claws, oh yeah. Horses always remind me to be wild and free. In fact, when I dream about horses, that's what it usually means, is just let go, be free, right? I think birds teach us that none of us want to be caged. And bunnies, well, maybe like our story, they remind us that pets and animals can bless us too. So I want to ask you this morning, what do you think the pets or the animals that are here, or those that you've had in your past or encountered in the wild, or maybe even at a zoo, what have they taught you? What have they blessed you with? So I want to invite you into a moment of meditation to consider this. You might just take some deep breaths. Soften your eyes if you like. Yeah, exactly. And I want you to, you can look at these animals who are looking at you up here if you like. Or you can envision animals in your mind. Look at the ones maybe that are with you right now. Think of the creatures present in this room. Whatever it is. And remember that time when you first met that important animal in your life. And what drew you to that animal? Yeah. I want you to reflect on the unique shape of the animal. because there will never be another like it. And like you, it has desires and fears and likes and dislikes. It has a mind, and it knows how to love, how to think, even if it does it differently from us human animals. There's also so much of this animal that is not known to us, right? It has had moments that we cannot know or share, moments of wildness, of memory, of joys and hurts, because these animals are their own selves. They have their own sense of I am. And as you look at or envision this animal, hopefully one that you love or you know that others love, I invite you to consider the question, what do you think it's here to bless you with? What is it teaching you? How does it bless you? And when you're ready, please join the choir in singing. So welcome everyone to the blessing of the animals. So this morning with our children here, we recognize, honor, and bless these beasts, whether they're feathered or furred, scaly or chitinous. They honor us with their friendship, their devotion, their tolerance, but mostly their love. Now, not everyone here has a pet. I want to acknowledge that, but I'm willing to bet that you know people who do have pets, and you know that they love to fuss over them. All of their love, all that sort of thing. Sometimes we can be a little obsessive about our pets, right? What? I know, right? Particularly when we're talking about, their defecations. Like, yeah, you know how that going? Yeah, it's kind of weird. But anyway, so I just invite you, if you don't have a pet, to hear all the love spoken today for these animals that bless our lives. So let's do that. Let's bless our animals. And so for the roomers, if you have a pet here, if you brought a picture, it's okay if you brought a picture, or if you just want to simply name them, if you don't have either. But in a moment, I'm going to invite you up here to this standing mic over here, and both and I are going to stand there, and you're going to tell us a little bit about your pet and who's going to be blessed. And we're going to state the name of your animal, how your pet or animal is a blessing to you, and then we will all bless that pet together. We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. Now, Zoomers, you can show us live your pet, or you can put a picture in the background, or you can bring a picture and show it on your thing. But in order for us to do this in kind of an orderly for the Zoomers as well, if you would like to participate, we ask you that you use the raise hand button, which will then sort of bring you up to the top. You need to have your video on. So the raise hand button is under the reactions button down below. If you look at the bottom, usually it's at the bottom There should be a raise hand thing, or click on reactions and then raise hand. That will bring you to the top. And then what we'll do is we're going to spotlight you individually one by one, and I will tell you when to unmute and tell us those three things, and you will appear here on our screen. You may not see it on your screen, but you'll appear on ours. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's see, once we do all this together, like I said, we're going to say those words together. So I'm going to go ahead and begin with my own dogs so you can see what I'm talking about. So. Thank you, Jazzy. Come on, you guys over here. Okay, let's see here. So we've got two wonderful dogs here. Come here, Book. All right. So this one here is a Maltipoo. He's about 12 years old. His name is Shepherd Book. I just call him Book for short. If you're a geek, you know the reference. But he is an absolute blessing to me because he loves everyone. It doesn't matter who they are, and even if they growl at him, he's like, "Hey, buddy, no worries. Love you, man." You know, he loves everybody. He teaches me to approach everyone with love and compassion. Mwah. So let us say together, we bless you. And you always say, never you are loved. Mwah. All right. This here. Next one. So this is Princess Leia. Because you know you got the ears, right? So Princess Leia, she is actually about 11 years old almost, and she teaches me to be tough even when I'm foolish. She loves huskies, but if she sees a pit bull, she starts barking at him. I'm like, really? You're going to take on that? But she has no fear. She teaches me to be fearless, and she's a blessing. So let us say together, bless you. Always be safe. Know that you are loved. Mwah. Whoop. All right. So let's do the rumors first. Who would like to come up first? Maureen, would you like to come up?
Hi, I'm Maureen, and these are my dogs. The black one is Rocket, and he's about 11, I think, and he's my shadow, so he teaches me to be reliable. And this is Sunny, and she's very gentle. She's doing good here. She's very anxious. If you get near her when she's eating, she'll walk away and say, "You can have it," which is very abnormal for a dog. She teaches me to be patient, right? And if I can also say, this is Betsy, and she represents all the animals in factory farms, and they teach me to be compassionate.
Absolutely. Let us say together.
We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved.
All right. Who would like to be next? All right. Paula. Come on up here, sweetheart.
This is Chompers, and I'm Paula, and so Chompers have taught me to be more accepting. If he will just go wherever he needs to be and just be happy there, and I need to learn that. Okay.
All right. Let's do blessing for Chompers.
Here, Chomps.
Together.
We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved.
All right. Would you like to go? Excellent. Jacob's going to go.
Hello, everybody. So I have pictures of my two little kitties, Spaghetti and Meatball. They are 3 years old. They're the cutest cats ever. Spaghetti is always, she's like my, she's my shadow. She always follows me everywhere. She's always meowing. And Meatball just kind of wants to run around all the time. And she plays with like her little ball toy at the most inappropriate times. Like the other day I was doing part tracks for my community choir. She decided that she needed to do that. So that's in the background. And then I also have my amazing dog, Penny. I'll show you pictures of out in the courtyard. But she was a postal princess for a costume contest. And Penny is 6 years old. She's a Jack Russell Chihuahua Terrier mixed. Crazy. She has a lot of energy, but I love her, and she's always just so excited to see me. So.
Awesome. Well, let's bless these on the phone.
Okay? Bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved.
Thank you.
Right, Jolene?
Chance? Where's Chance? He's away. Oh, he's okay. Well, Joel, you want to come up?
Well, go ahead.
So these are Reese's and Cloudy. They're our kitties. And we got them because we watched The Secret Life of Pets and realized that Chance needed a pet. So, but what's funny about that is he terrorizes them. This is my kitty Reese's. He's a dum-dum. And this is Cloudy, and he has the mass of 7 sons. And what they have taught us is to be on time when it's time for their dinner. And that even when you want to pet someone, maybe they don't want to be petted just then. So, boundaries, right? Okay, yeah. Thanks.
Let us bless them.
We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. Kitties. And yours aren't the cutest.
All right.
Oh no.
Hello, my name is Angie. She is parcera. Parcera is like a partner or friend in Colombia. She is 2 years old. And so she blessed into me because she know me, start again a new life. When I come here from Colombia, I leave my pets over there. She teach me how give love again.
Let us do this together. We
Bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved.
All right. Who else would like to come up? Barbara. Many of us know Augie. And many of us have heard Augie. Augie, come here, honey. All right.
Augie is a friend for sure.
Stand on this side. Hey, Augie. Shall I pick him up? Yeah. Come here, Augie. Come here, let's go. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Get you. I give kisses.
Don't get your face too close to him if you don't want to kiss. So, see what I mean? My name is Barbara Schilling, and this is Augie, also known as the Barker. He's gotten me in trouble where I'm living right now because he barks when I leave. Actually, there's lots of traffic going by inside, and so he's barking at everybody. But the best thing about him, the way that he's a blessing for me, is that he's helped me meet a lot of people. And where I live in Huntington Beach, you know, when I got him 4 years ago, we just started walking around the neighborhood. And now I know many of my neighbors.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I have known my neighbors anywhere that I've lived. So it's, and those neighbors helped me a great deal when I was going through chemotherapy. They'd walk him every day for me. And
Well, let us bless Augie here.
Yeah.
We bless
you.
May you
always be safe and know that you are loved.
Oh, man, you sweet. Awesome.
Thank you.
Sorry?
Are you able to bring the mic?
Bring the mic back here? Oh, yeah. You want to come on up here? I should say, by the way, Barbara used to be afraid of dogs, and now she has her own. Oh, bless your heart. You got this. And I can
Okay.
help you out.
My name is Gail. Oh, that's loud. Anyway, I met this creature at a rescue,
Oh, no.
and his name is Lovebug. Oops. Come on, Lovebug. Okay. So this little guy, I said, I would really like to see him. And they brought him into a room. And I was sitting in a chair, and he came right up to me, jumped up in my lap, put his front paws on my shoulders and his nose on my nose, and looked me in the eye. And I said, yes, you're coming home with me. And this guy, and I got him home. I didn't know what to name him. It was either going to be Precious or Lovebug, because he was always wanting, what the heck happened to that? Oh, there we go. Anyway, he was always by me. He actually sleeps with me in my bed. And when I'm sitting down, he comes and gets in my lap. And he's just the most precious, loving little creature. And I just feel so blessed to have him in my life. And it's just wonderful. Can't express it.
Let us bless him then.
Yes.
We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see, that's right. Susan's next. And we're gonna have
I'm Susan, and this is Pepper. And we got Pepper in 2020. Enough said about that. So what she taught me is similar to what Barbara was saying, that we met so many neighbors, but not just our close neighbors. We have a whole group of friends now in the Canyon Park that we look forward to seeing every day, because she's on a schedule, man. If you don't walk when she wants to walk, she just looks at you like this. So yeah, thank you for getting me walking every day.
right on. Oh, all right, let's bless Pepper. We
Bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved.
All right. Julie and Zoe. Oh, you have a puppy dog.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Julie. This is Zoe. We adopted Molly about 5 years ago. She's a coonhound, so she can't be here. She howls and she's crazy. So she teaches us patience.
All right, let us bless
She
them.
does.
All right, bless you.
May you always be safe and know that you are loved.
Right. Oh, yes. We rarely
This is my 8x10 glossy of Valentino. He's a little bit bigger than this, and he was in Mexico when they captured him and brought him across the border, and I purchased him at Russo's pet store in 1989, and it's only been recently that I found out he really responds to Spanish. And so I speak Spanish at home all the time now. And we get along so well now. He hates everybody else, however, but I have green feathers if anyone would like one.
Right, well, let's bless Valentino.
That's the feathers.
We can bless the feathers. There we go. And the picture together. We bless you.
May you always be safe and know that you are loved.
All right, Glenn. Glenn is the reason why we put this off until early November, because he was out of town in October, and he's had a puppy for a long time.
All right, Piper, watch me.
Hi, Piper.
Piper,
Hey. Good girl.
this is Piper. I'm Glenn. She is a 13-month-old chocolate lab. She's an American field lab, so she's not big and stocky like English lab. She's meant to run, and she does. She brings meaning to my life in every way. From the moment I get up. Yeah, this is a watch me command. This is to get her to let go of everything else, because at 13 months she gets into everything else. But anyway, she's very special. I had lost my other lab a number of years ago, and I didn't think I'd ever get another dog. So, Piper.
All right. Good girl, Piper. All right, let's bless Piper.
Come here.
Come here, honey.
Here, you hold this, and she'll
Oh,
be
there
right.
you go. All right, together, we bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. She will.
And she wants to go play.
See that. Alejandro. Augie's a tough little dog.
I'm gonna lift him up real quick for everyone to see. This is Pucker. Pucker's a 12 and a half year old Cocker Spaniel. I'm Alejandro. So I'm still relatively new to this congregation, so I have to give you guys a little bit of background on Pucker. I got him in Mexico. My mom moved back to Mexico when I was a teenager, and when I was 19 years old, her neighbor had a litter of puppies, and we got one of them. That's not Pucker. Unfortunately, that one got into an accident, but then the neighbor had another litter, and then that's where Pucker came from. And that time, I went back, and Mom saved him for me, so I got him when he was 3 months old, and I trained him to make sure he always listened, and he became my dog versus the family dog. My mom passed when I was 22, so to me, Pucker means a lot to me. He's an extension of my mother. He's a living being, and he's been with me for the past 12 years. So, he has blessed me because he has been a constant companion in all the moving around I've done as I continue to try to settle down, and also what gets me up in the morning to take him out on a walk. When I first moved to California from Chicago, I didn't know anyone here. That was like 5 years ago, and oftentimes it was the only reason I could get myself to leave my apartment. So he means a great deal to me, and he has blessed me with deep companionship, and he's so loyal too. He's so loyal. So I love him and appreciate him for that. Thank you for blessing him with me today.
Let's bless
Puck, yeah.
That's right. Pucker. All right. We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Yes. Right. We got Pat over there.
My name is Pat, and I'm going to introduce Salem in just a moment. But first, I want to tell you, yesterday we had the memorial service for my cousin Palika. And I shared in the sorrows a couple weeks ago that at age 61, Palika crossed over doing his very favorite thing in the world, deep sea fishing and bringing in the big one. We had a magnificent ceremony. And what I want to share with you is his sister and husband will be gone for 2 weeks for Thanksgiving to Virginia. And guess who gets to take care of Palika's dog, Ollie? Me! So I'm really excited about that because I'll have Palika's energy with me. You would have loved my cousin. Now then, this is Salem Larkin. And Salem is so named because she's a dark tabby.
Oh, hold up to the camera.
Okay. So anyway, just as Alejandro was saying, his pet reminds him of his mom. Salem reminds me of my late husband because Salem showed up in my life 6 days or 4 days after Paul passed away. Yeah. And she's just been wonderful. It was before the pandemic, and I think what she teaches me is to be patient and to love. So she's very special.
Let us bless her. Salem, we bless you. May you always be safe and
know that you are loved. Thank you.
Great cat name.
All right. Oh, we got Tatiana, and then we'll have Jamie. I think there's someone else over there, too.
Hello, my name is Tatiana. This is Mirabelle.
Hi.
And we have Finian over there and Ronan in the nursery. We are a big family of 5 plus my mom, 6. And we also have 2 dogs and a kitty at home. And here are our dogs. Yeah. So, and their names are
Hudson and Stutz.
Hudson and Stutz. Hudson is 14 years old. So he was our firstborn, we call him. Before the kids, my husband David and I adopted him. He was a baby, and he's been with us all these years. He traveled with us around the world. He went to Germany with us when we moved to Germany, and then England when we moved to England, and then to Michigan when we came back here, and then to California. So, but he's 14, and he's definitely slowing down. Yeah. Going on 15, yep. And then Stutz here we adopted here in California 3 years ago as a companion to Hudson. And it's been wonderful. They love each other, and they keep each other young and happy. And we also have Lunik here, our cat. And he was my mom's cat first, but then she started traveling a lot, and we took him. And now he lives with us. And Lunik is how old, sweetie, you think? 2. No, I think he's 2. He's pretty young. Yeah, so what do they teach us? All these animals that we have. Mira, what do you think?
Hudson and Stutz teach us friendship, and Lunik teaches me bravery. He's not scared of dogs. He likes attacking things. You're going to the restroom and he attacks you.
Yeah.
Let us bless these wonderful pets. We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. All right. I think Jamie, and then we'll have Gina.
Hello, I'm Jamie. This is Baby Trouble. Jazzy and I are retired pet sitters. We took care of a lot of pets and a wide range of pets, and we got Baby Trouble from one of Jazzy's clients because she couldn't get along with the other cats. So she moved in with us, settled right in, taught us to do her every bidding, as cats do. And in exchange, she protects us from the scourge of the red dot. So works out for everybody.
All right, let us bless her. We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. So Gina.
Jamie will be here through Thursday. Tip your waiter.
Gina Marquez, come on up, you guys.
So this is our dog. Her full name is Señorita Bon de Tigres, because we couldn't decide on a name, so she got all of them. And she is 14 months old, and here she is in her little Fiestas Patrias dress for Mexican Independence Day. So, yeah.
That is awesome. All right, let us bless her. All right, we bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. Aw, that's so cute. So, you want to do one too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is my dad's dog Marley. A few months ago he he passed. And well, I don't know, it's just something that he, I guess, taught me is just to never take anything for granted.
Right on. Well, he was a real blessing to you. Yeah. Yeah.
He was a fighter too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he protected my dad from a lot of things.
Right on. So he blessed you by keeping you safe and knowing that you were always loved.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Thank you.
All right, we've got some Zoomers coming up too. Does anybody else want to come? You want to come up? Come on up. This is a really unique two-legged animal that we have here. Yeah. Come on up.
My busiest one yet.
Yeah.
So my name is Yesenia. This is Emerin, and we have 3 cats, and they're from all over California. One of them is actually a funny story because he's our foster fail. At one point, we had 4 cats. He would have made 5th, and I was like, no way. We're fostering, and we're going to find him a home, but he stayed home. And then I would like to say they've blessed me in the way of learning communication when you can't use words. Learning how to communicate with them has been fun. But yeah, learning facial expressions, and it's just taught me how to try to communicate and learn what other animals are saying or other beings are saying, even when you can't use words, like with my son.
Right. Let's bless these wonderful cats in your life. We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. This little guy too. All right. Yes, Heidi. Oops.
Hi everyone, sorry I don't have a photo, but I'll just say that my name is Heidi, and we have 2 dogs. They look like anorexic Labrador retrievers, one black and one white. We had to take them to the vet to make sure that was okay, but they're totally fine. They're some sort of mutt, we have no idea. What'd you say? They do look a little bit like coyotes, yes. They're medium-sized dogs. And they're very sweet, and I would say that it was difficult. It took a long time for us to get pregnant, my husband and I, and it was really wonderful to be reminded of the importance of patience and compassion. And so I was very grateful to have them because, like you heard before, they were our first babies, and we're so happy to now share them with our 2 children as well. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, let's bless these dogs. We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. All right. Any more rumors? I'm going to go over to the Zoomers. All right, let's see. Let's see here. I don't know why someone from Riverside keeps calling me, but okay. Oops. I somehow have not joined the meeting. Let me see here. All right, so who do we have up here first? Why don't we spotlight someone? If you raised your hand, do we have anybody? There we go. Oh, there's Donna with her dog. All right.
Hi, everybody. It's Donna McCartney, and I'm here because while I'm healing, I cannot bring my dog to church because she's so high energy. This is Winnie, and she's a rescue Maltipoo, and I'm so blessed by her, but not when I'm wearing a neck collar. So she has to be here with me today. Miss being with you in person. I'm so glad I can join you on Zoom. And how does she bless me? She makes me smile or laugh many times during the day. She just very high energy. She's always really communicative. I want this, I want that. She's very out front, and she just is a fireball in terms of energy. So she just makes me laugh, and she's quite a blessing to me. Thanks for letting me share.
Let us say, we bless you, we always be safe, and know that you are loved. Awesome. All right, who else do we have? Let's see, oh, there's Peggy. All right, Peggy, you're unmuted. Go for it.
I have two cats, Roxy and Tori. They're both about 18 years old. Tori, when I first got her, I thought she was a kitten. She was actually over a year old and had already had a litter. But she was so small that even the vet that I took her to for her checkup thought that she was a kitten. But no, the shelter records showed that she was about a year old. And she has been my familiar ever since I brought her home. That's all I can say. She just took to me right away. It spurns everybody else in the family. She is just mine. My other cat, Roxy, my head is sort of in front of her, but you can see her picture is on the wall. She was originally my oldest son's cat. He got her when he was in Austin going to school. And eventually he would drop her off here whenever he would go on a trip or something. And eventually she just stayed here. So she is a character. When she belonged to my son, she was a great escape artist, and she continued being one here. She would actually knock the screens out of windows and escape. And then Tori would follow her. And she caterwauls at night for some reason. She just does that. She snores. She just is a real character. They're both about 18 years old now, and I am just taking one day at a time, just enjoying the both of them. So that's who they are.
Let us bless them. We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. I think we have one more. There's Linda. All right, Linda, you can unmute.
Hi, my name is Linda, and this is Layla. Actually, Jim has Layla in his lap. She's our 11-pound, mostly Chihuahua, 4-year-old rescue. She is the ultimate cuddly lap dog and has been a wonderful addition to our family since little man, who some of you know, passed a year ago. One thing I'd like to say about Layla is that aside from that, she's just a fantastic model of joy and curiosity and love. She also had 9 puppies before we had her. She's only 11 pounds. I don't know how 9 puppies got inside there. But we love her dearly, and she's a big part of our life.
All right, and then one more with Valerie. Oh, I'm sorry, they're right. I'm sorry, we have to give you a blessing. We bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. Thank you for keeping me on my toes. I love it. You guys are awesome. All right, there's Valerie.
Hi, I'm Valerie, and this is Maximus. He came with that name. We rescued him from a shelter in Hesperia. And my family asked me, like, aren't there any dogs closer? And I was like, this one's not closer. We have to go meet him. And he is so gentle and just very understanding, unless you take one of his toys and you happen to be another dog. And he blesses me all the time in a lot of different ways. He understands my feelings and responds to them, and he makes sure that I get out and get walks whether I want to or not. And just generally makes me feel loved.
Father, we bless you. May you always be safe and know that you are loved. Amen. Right on, I think that's it. Wonderful. All right. Well, let us bless these creatures who come to us as a blessing fashioned of fur or feather or fin, formed of flesh that breathes the same air, that have been made from sheer delight, that have been made in dazzling variety. Bless them who curl themselves around our hearts, who twine themselves through our days, who companion us in labor, who call us to come and play. Bless them who will never be entirely tamed, and so remind us to love what is wild, to rejoice in what lives close to the earth, to hear the heartbeat of these creatures you have entrusted to our care. Amen. And let us sing.
And let us rise in body and spirit and sing our final song. And I'll let you take it.
Unitarian Universalist congregations are fully self-supporting, meaning that members and friends raise all the funds for the operating budget, ministries, and programs of the church. And we did a little of that yesterday as well. We had an auction and it was fabulous. Just had to throw it out there. We are ever grateful for your gifts of time, treasure, and talent. OCUC amplifies that spirit of generosity by sharing half the plate that we receive with an organization that shares our values. This month, we are partnering with Stand Up for Kids. And I would suggest that you go to their website. It's just chock full of information about the kinds of things they do and the sort of outreach and the sheer numbers of people, kids that they've helped. And they do everything from finding housing to helping with scholarships to getting kids into schools to apparently their graduation rate is like 99.9%. It's like really amazing. So they're absolutely essential to the kids that they help. So let's have multiple ways in which you can support the church and this organization. You can mail a check. You can go through our website. Use an app called Vanco Mobile. If you're a roomer, you can simply use the basket as it's passed. The choice is yours. All the information is on our website should you need it. And as always, thank you for your generosity.
The twilight is creeping.
join us in singing We Gather Together, a song that puts our intentions into words and expresses our gratitude for the many gifts that we share.
So I'm going to make a little bit of an executive decision this morning to, we're going to pass on, for the most part, on joys and sorrows, only because we have restless children and restless dogs who probably need to get a drink of water this morning. I want to just be very conscious of that for the dogs and everything like that. But I do have one announcement to make. I'd like to invite Lori up here to light a candle for someone very special. As many of you met this morning, our beloved Mary Smithberger, when she lit the chalice, she unfortunately is going to be leaving us. She's leaving California. She said, "You may have heard that I'm returning to live in Ohio after 48 years in California to be near her family." She says, "I've enjoyed getting to know you and have appreciated your support and friendship. Best wishes to each of you and to the congregation in its endeavors to create a spiritual center and expand the sanctuary to welcome more members." I know I'm upset too. Yeah, so we're gonna so miss Mary. And you know, we do have a tradition here that when we get to say goodbye to someone, we sing them a song. So the one that the choir knows, they sing it every single Sunday. So let us sing. Let us just hold in love all the joys and celebrations and all the hurts and sadness that remain silent and unspoken in our hearts. Let our joys remind us to be thankful, our concerns remind us to hope, and our sorrows remind us to connect with one another. Let all these moments remind us that we're never alone. Amen.
Okay, let's read this together. We extinguish our chalice, but not the light of truth, the warmth of commitment, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Thank you for joining us this morning. We are a congregation made up of people who all believe differently and love each other deeply. And yet when we gather together, whether we are in the room or on Zoom, we make up one loving community. We need not think alike to love alike. If you're a guest, a visitor, or someone who's not yet been known to us, I invite you to become a part of this beloved community. We encourage you to either write in the chat if you're a Zoomer, or if you're a roomer, to stand for a brief moment and tell us your name and where you're from, if you're comfortable to do so. And Jacob can bring you a microphone so that you can be heard by our Zoomers as well. We're all familiar today. Were there any on chat? Okay, all right. If you'd like to know more about our church, including programming for our youth and children, please contact us at hello@ocuc.org. And we'll help you get connected. In addition, we invite you to sign up for our weekly email called The Blast at ocuc.org. We want everyone to feel a part of this beloved community, so please reach out and we'll help you get connected, because we're going to need at least 5 more new people to make up what Mary was, or more. Yeah, at least, right? How about a dozen, right? Then there we go. It's time for announcements.
All right, so just some quick announcement. You'll see that we've got a congregational meeting coming up the first Sunday in December. Gee, I wonder what that's about. All right, you guys, let's make this happen, the new sanctuary. The other thing I also want to point out to you is, every Sunday, we have a meditation group. It's a wonderful meditation group. And you come before the service, chill out, you're like all totally zen for the service, right? So I want to invite you all to just come down and join that on Sunday mornings at 9:45, and you can even be on Zoom as well, so which is really kind of cool. So, all right, let us then sing our dispersal song. Whoops, wait a minute.
Actually, somebody was suggesting that perhaps...
Sorry, what? I don't believe we do at the moment. About 15? Okay. About 15,000. Well done, everybody. Yes, if you weren't here last night, we had a big auction. It's a big fundraiser for the church, and it's lots of fun and all sorts of really cool things going on. So I think there might be even some stuff out on the tables that if you want to sign up for. So at any rate, let us sing then our song for dispersal. This service is over. Let our service continue.